Hi guys, welcome to this brand new show brought to you by us at Tana Talk Soccer. My name is Lotana Alexander Oroche, also known as Tana. And this show is called Ranking Moments. I'll be ranking the weekend's best to worst action, analyzing and giving reasons why I think this is bad or this is good or this is, well, just wait. We saw Harry Kane's wonderful pass. We saw Serge Gnabry's outstanding finish. We saw Isherwood's crazy own goal. We saw Hakimi's error. We saw Ramsdale's error. We saw the referee miss Kai Havertz dive and not give him a second booking. We saw the referee ignore Doku's foot in McAllister's chest. This weekend was action-packed, and I'm here to rank what I think was world-class or bottom barrel behavior. But before I get right into it, please make sure you subscribe. Please subscribe, support, just subscribe. Do it. Just do it. I bring you fantastic football content and most importantly, entertaining, but also insightful. So why not just subscribe and then like, and if you're feeling good, if you're in the spirit, share. Now, I'll be ranking the moments: world class, filthy, sweet, unlucky, schoolboy error, and lastly, bottom barrel behavior. Without any further ado, let's start with Serge Gnabry's beautiful backheeled goal. To be honest, right? Of course, you guys know that this goal is going to end up on the higher side of things here. But let's get into it. Let's analyze the goal. So, of course, Serge Gnabry is making a run into the box, is dashing into the box, awaiting the ball in. And to be fair, like, it was something that he probably was anticipating that he's going to be able to finish with his head or maybe with a side foot cushion finish with his right foot, But the way the ball came and the timing of his run, he had to adjust his body so fast. And then he was so innovative in the way he was able to just adjust his body and flick it. So it's not as if as he was adjusting his body in the same clockwise motion, he hit the ball there. No, he turned around and then he had to kind of half stop. And so it's just fantastic. The reaction is fantastic. The intelligence, the flexibility of it. Because to be honest, this is it looks simple. Of course, it's fantastic, but it's a tap in. But the athleticism, the intelligence to adjust your body shift, especially when you're running at such a high speed, to be able to be so creative. I'm gonna keep this as a filthy goal. I think it goes right in filthy. It's not quite world class in my opinion, but it's very filthy because it's so impressive. It's body movement and the way, especially because he's dashing like this to probably, as I said, head it or tap it with his right foot on the volley or something, And then just because of the timing of the ball and the timing of his run, he had to switch things up. So this goes in filthy. The next one is Doughty's error. Luton and Crystal Palace facing off at Selhurst Park. And this was bad. This is very bad. Now, this is something personally I don't like in football. And it's, as a player, you have to be very conscious of your own body position, but also your opponent's body position. A pass isn't just to give someone the ball. It's to give someone the ball where they can possibly receive it. Now, if you look here closely, we have Doughty with the ball, Now he passes back to his teammates. However, the problem, you can see the teammate is facing towards the touchline, not infield. But then he passes it to the side of his body, which is infield. So there, you're passing it to his blind side when you have someone who's already sprinting and making the run and pressing the ball. So that means that for the defender to even get to the ball, he has to change his body position and try and run onto it. And of course, that decelerates you a lot. And you have someone who's just constantly accelerating, pressing the ball, and it's coming down on you. So Doughty set his teammate up. And as you can see here, after he gives the ball, then he starts trying to change his body position. But then it's just the pace of it. It's just the pace. And of course, the cutback was made and Mateta scored a goal. Where does this go? I think this is schoolboy error. It is schoolboy because even if you play football in organized system and teams, and these are things that your coach teaches you at 12 years old, 13 years old, it's simple. I cannot be facing here, especially in this sort of situation, which was like there was pressure, but it was a bit calm. It was a pass you could give to the side who's looking and expecting it. You could have done that, So I put it on the schoolboy error. It's awful. It's not good enough. Now the next one, Aaron Ramsdale's error. giving Brentford an equalizer against Arsenal, just at the stroke of half-time here. So as we can see, Gabriel passes back to Ramsdale. Ramsdale, of course, is being pressed. So I already know where this is going to go, by the way. I'm just going to wait 5 seconds and give you guys a chance to guess where I think this one is going to go. But I already know where I'm going to put it. But, okay, 5 seconds done. Let's get right into it. So you can see Gabriel here giving Ramsdale a pass. By the way, perfectly weighted pass into his favorite rifle. It's not one of those situations where, I don't know, it's not quite your stronger foot. He played into his keeper's rifle. Perfect. Ramsdale has time. He has time. He takes a touch. Now, I want to make something clear. Top-level football is quite fast on average. So when I say he has time, he doesn't have all day. Of course, he has someone coming to press him. But at this level, he has time to clear the ball. There is space between him and the player, and he can kick it. Like, you have enough space to kick. There is time. That is time. That's his highest level football. So he has time. He gets the ball back, and then decides to take a touch outside of his body to clear it. Cool. I mean, not so cool, but cool. You want to do that. Of course, it's risky. Someone is coming. You have to know when to clear it or how quickly your touches can be taken. It's almost like you give me a through pass. The defender is coming, bearing down on me. I'm throwing goal, and I take a first touch, and defender just comes to clear off. You have to be very aware of your situation, and that dictates how quick your touch should be. If you should even take a touch if you're playing it first time. Do you understand? And Ramsdale takes a touch, and then after being closed down, he just kicks it straight on the striker's body and it goes into the goal. I'm going to put this bottom barrel behavior, and this is the nail in the coffin for Aaron Ramsdale. Not only did he have enough time initially to just clear it infield like he wanted to do, absolutely zero awareness of his surrounding, number one. Number two, Aaron Ramsdale, if you can see what's on your screen right now, you can see Ben White has always been open for a pass. And I don't know, you're under pressure. Maybe you're not quite feeling as confident, because if you play football, I mean, even if you have technique, it's not every time that you feel confident of hitting this pass. Sometimes you see passes and just feel like, in that moment, just feel like, I can't give it. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel balanced enough to give it. Cool. Ben White is open. It's not a difficult pass, by the way. It's not a difficult pass. But it's okay for your goalkeeper not to feel very confident in terms of giving a certain pass in a certain moment. He's a goalkeeper, right? That's cool. Now, if you look at this angle here, you can see William Saliba is very open. Not only is William Saliba open, I'm not asking you to give a blind pass or give a cutting angle pass back into midfield or something. Like, I could ask you that. It's not too much to ask, but that's not what I'm asking. But if you see, even after he's being closed down and the way his body is shaped up, he's facing directly at William Saliba. You could give that pass and Saliba plays out to White, and White gives it into the midfield. And whatever he wants to, that's not the point. But it's that you wasted time, and even after wasting time, you had options, and that is absolute bottom barrel behavior. Honestly, nothing else. Now, another error here. The errors were coming so much this weekend. Hakimi, PSG faced Rams, the drop point again. But let's analyze it. What does Tana think about this one? The ball comes across, Kylian Havertz lets it run because Hakimi seems to be in control. And you just don't want to complicate things. You just don't want to overcomplicate things. And Hakimi is in control of the ball. If on his right hand side, which is his wing, the right flank, right back, he has space. He could turn into it easily because the player is standing here. So you could just turn into it and, I don't know, do whatever, you clear it or maybe drive a bit and maybe a pass would open up for you in midfield or something, He could have done that. What does he do here? He comes back infield. And after coming back infield, he had a chance to still pass to Danilo or pass to Kayla or, he had like 1, 2, 3, 4 players available for him there. And he dwelled too much on the ball and it was taken off him. And yeah, the rest is history. They scored from this. Now, look at the thing. I don't want to be overly critical because mistakes happen in football. That's all right. But I still have to talk about these mistakes, and that's the essence of this show. As a player, if you take a risk, I understand why he would want to come in field because there's more options there in the moment. But as a defender, your safety is first. Your safety is first. I feel like he could have still gotten chances to pass the ball, opportunities if he went down his flank. there would have been someone to come open for him in midfield. There would have been a lot of movement. But even if you want to come in field and take that risk when you're under pressure, immense pressure, and you even turn it successfully and you dwell on it, once you make a mistake there, it's bad. It looks bad. And that's the disadvantage of taking risks. If you take a risk and succeed, will be like fair, but if you make a mistake, then it's bad, especially when it's unnecessary. And in this case, it's necessary. It's bottom barrel behavior, honestly speaking. If you look at it, it's just so avoidable, in different stages and phases. So I'm going to put this on bottom barrel behavior. Now, time to Isherwood's own goal for Darmstadt against RB Leipzig. Oh, come on now. This is something I also want to talk about, really. And I think I referred to it earlier, body position. How body position dictates how you attack and defend. Hey, this is top level football. You have to be more intelligent than that. Look, the ball comes in. His body position is the exact same as the attacker. I don't know. Let's just do something. Simple physics, right? Simple physics. If I'm running towards this direction and the ball is coming and I make a contact with it, it's going this way. So whether it goes in the goal or it just goes it's going towards the goal. Body position, all wrong. You cannot have the exact same shape as the attacker. You cannot. Guess why? You're not the attacker. And you can succeed, but it's just extremely difficult, undoubtedly more difficult. It's almost like you're running side by side with an attacker and you want to tackle him like this with your right. It's every action is undoubtedly more difficult. You must not be looking at his number as well. You can see his number. You can't see yours. The body position all wrong. And it's this sort of little things that cause own goals. There's nothing, anyone could score an own goal, but you have to pay attention to detail. The ball is coming in. He's flat-footed, and of course he has to, and it just puts him all wrong. You're chasing your attacker like this. I hope you know that. If the ball hits you when you're running like this, directly into your own goal. And for that reason, I'm just going to put schoolboy error. It's schoolboy. It is schoolboy because he was flat-footed. The attacker got off and he just was caught in his wake and his body position was all wrong and he hit him and went in. Schoolboy error. Do better. Now, Ake and Edison combining to award Liverpool, or let me not say award, the referee awarded it, but combining to cause the situation will lead to a penalty for Liverpool. Ake gave a very short back pass. Darwin Núñez was absolutely onto it. We know he's one of the fastest players in the world and in the Premier League. And Edison took him out. Now, come on. For Nathan Ake, the pass was just very, very poor. The idea to pass back to your goalkeeper is not bad, but he just executed it very poorly. And for Ederson, I'm actually quite surprised as well. I'm actually quite surprised because the situation around him, he has two players in the box and are trying to kind of go back to goal. To be honest, this is Darwin Núñez. I'll be very honest with you. As a player, you always have to know when to pull out from a challenge. And we see top defenders, even goalkeepers, do it. We see them do it. Sometimes you think you're going to get to the ball and you're running onto it, and it gets to a point where you see that the attacker is going to get there before you. You have to learn how to withdraw your tackle. But Ederson, that was very rash from him. And I'll just put it on the schoolboy error. It's schoolboy from you, You see a fast attacker come in. From a mile, we all know what's going to happen. Núñez knows what's about to happen in that moment. I promise. And Ederson knew, it's almost pre-planned. You have to know when to come out and trust your defenders to shadow it. He goes around, you can, it could still lead to a goal. You know what I'm saying? It could still lead to a goal, but maybe not. You give yourself a much higher chance than a penalty. So I give that as a schoolboy error. The next one is Hurricane's pass to Jamal Musiala, which Jamal Musiala, of course, converted emphatically. This is not the best pass you're going to see, but just for the way Hurricane executed it in terms of how it rolled into Jamal's path. Now, Jamal is running. Jamal has an idea. Jamal knows exactly what he's going to do, what he wants to do. And for this ball to land exactly where Jamal wanted to land, it has to bounce on a certain place. So you have to put a curl on it, but it has to bounce and come into his stride in a certain place, in and around, just like before the D, right? Or in and around the D area, you know? If you don't know what the D is, it's just at the edge of the box. Yeah, basically. It's just perfection, you know? I would give it filthy. It is a world-class pass, but as world-class as the highest level here, I would give it filthy. It's absolutely perfect. You know, it's perfection. Something that we've come to expect from Harry Kane since he was introduced to us. Excellent passer of the ball, especially the soft passes. Now, we go to Duro's finish. Hugo Duro, Valencia's number 9. He's been banging in goals. He's been in form. But what do I think of this finish? You know, a ball comes through and he digs Getafe goalkeeper. To be very honest with you, the dings are quite popular. It's not a rare finish in football, but it's also a very difficult one, you know. I don't know, like, of course, if you play football, I don't know, your Sunday leagues or whatever, not a lot of people attempt those, and what's even the success rate? You know, so when we see this sort of things at the highest level of football, we have to understand and appreciate the skill level, especially when you're running at full speed onto a ball and you just dink it, and like, it is technique. It's not very easy. So I'm going to give it sweet. It's a sweet goal. It's a sweet goal. You know, everything was measured to perfection. The defender also was coming back to clear off the line, but it was just measured to perfection, ultimately. Now, this is controversial. Kai Havertz dive. So Havertz quite clearly dived. You know, he wasn't really care, and he just flew to ground. He was already on a yellow card, and the referee failed to give him a yellow card. Now, this is the problem with the refereeing in Premier League. And not only the Premier League, La Liga as well is also very bad. And a lot of other leagues. Refereeing shouldn't be that difficult. You shouldn't be that subjective. I'm against the subjectivity or the amount of subjectivity involved in refereeing in the Premier League, since that's what we're talking about now. You have, for example, the AFCON, where we saw things are simple. I don't know, if you kick someone in the box, you don't get the ball, it's a penalty. It's simple. There doesn't need to be all this narrative. There doesn't need to be all this drama. There doesn't need to be all this clear and obvious nothing. A player's on a yellow card. He decides to dive. It's a yellow card offense. You send him off. Nothing like too soft for a yellow. Unless it's a case maybe you come in together in your shoulders. Something that's a bang-on yellow card, like diving, he deserves to be punished for it. You know, and if I'm a Liverpool fan, if he was a Liverpool player, I would have to agree, because he intentionally committed a yellow card offense. It's a schoolboy error. I find it difficult even calling it error. These guys just want the games to go in certain ways, and even when the events of the game don't play out that way, they still stand on it. If you ask, they will say, you know, it would be hard to send him off or something like that. It's the second yellow. Get him off. Simple. It's a schoolboy error, which is pretty bad. Now, down to Luis Diaz. Of course, he's in the headlines. Everyone is talking about him just because it was quite wasteful last night. It was really wasteful. Or whenever you're watching this, it was really, really wasteful. Before I continue, please subscribe. I beg of you. Thank you. Missed the big chances. Yeah. Here, Mohamed Salah, as you can see, I don't know, gave him a lovely through ball. Diaz is through on goal. Now, the run was perfect from him. The position, how he received the ball infield to centralize himself was perfect. It came how he dreamt it. However, the problem is he missed the target by an unforgivable distance. I tell you what, this is bread and butter for strikers, for attackers, right-footed attackers. You give the ball, I take it, I run, I open up my body, I just wrap it around the goalkeeper. It is bread and butter. He had no reason to miss that. He had no reason. He could also have gone around Ortega, because Ortega was in no man's land. It's one of those chances where, I would just talk about something quite briefly. It's one of those chances where, you know, some chances it's like, or you should have gone around the goalkeeper instead of taking it, instead of shooting it, or you should have tried instead of going around. This is very bad because the two options were very, very doable. And he shot the ball off target. I don't know if you understand. He could have gone around the goalkeeper easily. He should have scored easily if he shot the ball. You know, bottom barrel behavior. If at least he got it on target, if he hit the post, honestly speaking, I would call it unlucky. He missed the target by far, bottom barrel behavior. I don't know, tell me if you agree with me. And now, Luis Diaz again. Darwin Núñez sends him clean through. Now, this is something where you have to have awareness of the goalkeeper's position here in particular. It's not really possible to have awareness of Walker's position, but just because of how the ball is coming across your body and the goalkeeper's position, your best bet is to take it first time across your body with a bit of elevation. Best bet, you know. That's your best bet. The ball comes and you play it one time because it's playing it into your path. So you try to find that far corner with a bit of elevation. And you take a touch. Once you take a touch, what even happens, even if you see the goalkeeper's position at the beginning, once you take a touch, the goalkeeper is really covering your angles, man. It's really covering your angles, you know. And of course, he took that touch and Walker came to nib it out. To be honest with you, I don't want to be really harsh. I'm going to go unlucky because, I mean, the touch but Walker was right there. So once he took the touch, he took it. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have taken the touch. It's poor, and that's why but I'll just give him unlucky. I'll give him unlucky because once he took the touch, it was gone. If he had a chance to maybe execute his action and he did rubbish still, maybe I'll give schoolboy error. But yeah, it's unlucky, but he should have taken it first time. Not good enough from Lucho in that particular moment. Now, Datro Fofana screamer. I don't know if you guys watched the Burnley and West Ham game at the London Stadium, but Datro received the ball. And what I love about it, he received the ball sideways and immediately he squares up. That's very important. You have to square up, and body positions, guys, once more. It dictates almost everything in football. It dictates absolutely almost everything in football, both offensively and defensively. It sets you up to do what you want to be able to do. As he does that, he tries to pass, but his pass gets deflected, and the ball comes back into him. And there's a hole there between two players in the midfield, and he just goes between them and lets it fly absolutely to the top corner, and Fabianski stands absolutely no chance. That was a very, 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 very brilliant strike, and I'm going to put that at world class. It's world class because it's a goal out from nothing. Is Burnley are struggling, you know, with results, and you just get the ball in midfield, and you're like, I'm going to score a goal for my team. And if you look at where he puts it, that is top bins. That is absolute top bins. That's a world-class goal. Now to another controversial moment, to another very controversial moment. We have Doku on Alexis McAllister. Foot in the chest. Right here. No yellow card, no foul. Play on, said the referee. And VAR, without talking too much, it's bottom barrel behavior. It's absolutely woeful. Very woeful. Because the ball hits Alexis McAllister's chest before any other thing happens. And Doku gets him on the chest. And it's awful, man. It is. I'm a Liverpool fan, so you can tell how I feel about this. It's just bottom barrel behavior, you know, because the thing about red cards is this. Are you endangering your opponent? You know, and you have studs up like this, it's terrible. Especially when you don't get the ball, or if you don't even get, like, there's no excuse. Not getting the ball nails it. Because I tell you what, for example, Curtis Jones against Spurs, he gets the ball, and the ball just rolls because it's slippery, and then he rolls his foot into the ankle of the Tottenham player, and he was sent off because of the contact. The problem is inconsistency. But no matter what you're saying, consistency, this is a stone wall. It's so obvious. He doesn't get the ball. He gets McAllister in the ribs. It is bottom barrel behavior from the referee. I can't believe it. And guys, that is it. Thank you for watching the maiden episode of Ranking Moments. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you disagree or agree with anything. So, of course, this week, I ranked only one action as world class, which was Datro Fofana's goal against West Ham. Let me know in the comments, please. Do you agree or disagree with this? I've been Tana. Please do not forget to like, share, and most importantly, please subscribe. As you can see, we're trying to grow. We're trying to be consistent here. We've been doing this for a while now, but I'm like, you know what? Come back again, Tana. Do this for the people on YouTube who have subscribed to you. So I need you guys to share the word and the gospel out there. I hope you enjoy this, and let me know if you want more of this. Stay tuned as well, because more things will be coming on this channel as well. It's time, you know. We don't vex. It's time. We're giving you guys heavy back-to-back. Once more, subscribe, and let me know if you agree or disagree with how I rank these moments here in the comment section. Have a lovely day and week. Bye-bye.
The Tana Talk Soccer Podcast, the number one.